Look at me, I'm Peter Pan, I'm gonna fly to Neverland.
And I'm Tinkerbell, I'll fly with you.
Oh my god, you guys are so childish.
What's wrong? It's fun being like this.
You're, like, way too old to be playing pretend. Everyone knows Peter Pan isn't real.
But he is. He flies and his adventures.
Seriously? Do you believe in fairies too? They're not real either.
But and so on. But and so on. We all believe in them. That's what little kids do.
You're just embarrassing yourselves, you dummies. Grow up, stupid head.
But Mom, we can't stop make-believing. It's what little children do. And you're ruining our magic.
Oh god. You're so pathetic. Believing in fairy tales? That's just sad.
I don't care if you believe. I believe.
It's true, Peter Pan is real.
Yeah, right. In your dreams. And you're not even good at pretending.
Excuse me, but what's going on here? Are you all right? Orlando, Dash, Rettel, and Maria.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm just talking to these kids.
Ma'am, are you a student at this school?
No, I'm not. I'm just here to use the playground. It's public, right?
Ha, you think of that. This playground is part of the school grounds. We are not allowing non-students on our property without permission.
But I'm just playing. It's no big deal for the love of Kuiboloi.
You've been making these children uncomfortable with your words. It's not okay to bully others, especially when they're younger than you. Now, I'm going to ask you to leave.
No! Listen to me, sir. I want to stay here. Because I am now entitled to this property. For the love of Kuiboloi, you can't make me leave.
Don't start with that attitude. You do not even own this playground. It's the school that owns this property. And stop mentioning Kuiboloi. We are not supposed to support him. Because I know very well that Kuiboloi has been abusing many young girls and women, especially from the US, and I never supported him in the first place.
Well, you suck for not supporting that entitled pastor. He's the truth giver to the world. And guess what? You like Pastor Apollo C. Kuiboloi and Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Don't deny it, you piece of childish jerk.
Hey, don't say that. I denied it because I am not supporting that controversial organization and the founder, and I am not gonna waste my time dealing with you. I have to go teach third grade students in a few minutes because recess is almost over.
Screw you for defending those kids. They're idiots.
That does it. I am going to give you an ultimatum. Either you leave this place, or I will call the police to take you into custody for trespassing.
Fine. You win. But one day, I will get my revenge on those kids. They suck for believing something that is not real.
I don't want to hear another word from you.
I don't understand why is this big girl so mean to us like that.
She's just a close-minded person who refuses to be open-minded to many things, but we won't talk about this now, because recess is almost over. Okay, kids, time to go back inside. We got a lot of learning to do.
A few moments later.
Daniela, we need to talk. Teacher Russell called us about what happened at the school playground today.
But Mom, Dad, it was nothing. I was just talking to those kids. What's the big deal about it?
Talking? Huh. Teacher Russell told us you were bullying them, Daniela. You told them they were childish for believing in Peter Pan.
So what? They're so old to be believing in fairy tales. And those things can make them childish in the long run. They need to grow up and be like adults.
No, young lady, it's not about believing in fairy tales. It's about being kind to others. You made those children feel bad about themselves for something that they can't regret.
They were being silly. They're just kids, and they are so, what's that again? Oh yeah, immature. Because they have been doing things that can stay as kids forever. I mean, seriously. They should grow up for once and be like adults.
Stop it, you're taking it a bit too far. You cannot force them to act beyond their ages. It's a very complicated thing and it can be very dangerous and not appropriate for them.
And everyone has their own beliefs. Just because you don't believe in something doesn't mean it's not real to someone else. You need to be respectful of that.
And you also trespassed on school property. That's illegal and unethical. We need to teach you about the consequences of your actions. You are not even enrolled in that school at that point, neither that you are a little kid anymore, that's for sure, but it doesn't mean you can't do things that little kids do.
How dare you do all of this, and expect to get away from it? That's unethical. You need to consider the consequences of doing so because you act that way. It's pretty obvious that you have been watching a lot of Filipino content, and other Asian content, and being reluctant to be open-minded to the Western world content.
Not only that, you have been learning from movies that are not age-appropriate for you, and you mimicked off the badness from those movies without thinking carefully. You are such a disappointment, Daniela. That's it, go to your room now. You're still grounded until the second coming of Christ, by the way, and it will stay there unless you clean up your act. If you have been open-minded to other content, being nice to good people, you would be ungrounded by then, but no.
Fine. I'll go.